This is from the book 6th Dragoon Guards in 1857-59 battles. In this section, we will deal with one of the greatest British cavalry charges in the post-Waterloo history of the British Army. 1857 has been a much neglected subject as far as the hard military history of the event is concerned. Now, on 19th June, the rebels in Delhi, primarily the Neemach Brigade, who was led by Risaldar Ghaus Khan of the cavalry, made an attempt to threaten the British Delhi field force rear by launching a cavalry raid, and we will discuss this here in this short podcast. As you can see, this is the Delhi city. Firstly, we will see the Neemach Brigade. The Neemach Brigade comprised 1st Light Cavalry, 4th Troop, 1st Brigade of Horse Artillery, 15th Native Infantry, and 30th Native Infantry, and 72nd Native Infantry. This was the Neemach Brigade. Now, Neemach Brigade attempted to threaten the British field force, Delhi field force rear from the Delhi city. As you can see, this is how they marched. If you see carefully, the company's troops are here marked by a white circle. This is my hand drawn map, so please remember not to plagiarize, which is the favorite hobby of even the British authors. Recently, in a book published by Helion Books London, my complete maps were plagiarized and published, and I even wrote a review on the Amazon after buying the book, but no response from Helion Books regarding this plagiary. Even the author of the book, Ravi Rikhi, who had helped with the maps, acknowledged the fact that the maps were plagiarized. Anyhow, so this is the Neemach Brigade's outflanking attack on 19th June, and you can see this was a wide maneuver. As you can see, they came out from Delhi city from the left, crossed the Najafgarh drain, crossed the Delhi Link Road, and attacked the British position, Delhi field force, as you can see from the rear. Brigadier Hope Grant attacked the rebels along with Her Majesty 9th Lancers, while a troop of Her Majesty 6th Dragoons under Lieutenant Ellis was ordered to attack Her Majesty 9th Lancers' left flank. It appears that this troop had zero role in the action of 19 June 1857, as Her Majesty's 6th Dragoon Guards suffered nil casualties. The rebels were found in a position about half a mile west of Ochterlony Gardens, as you can see from this map. This is how the rebels had taken position, with 3 infantry battalions and a horse artillery battery in the middle, and the 1st Light Cavalry on the right flank. As you can see, they had taken a position like this, and this area was known as the Ochterlony Gardens or Shalamar Bagh, and this is how the British cavalry attacked. This is 9th Lancers. As you can see, they attacked like this, As you can see, there are other units also, Hodson's Horse Guides Cavalry. There are infantry units also, as you can see, 1st Europeans, 2nd Europeans, 2 horse artillery batteries, as you can see, Her Majesty 75th Foot, blah blah blah. You can see, and this is how 9th Lancers attacked these rebels of Nimach Brigade, of course supported by horse artillery guns which were placed in the middle. As you can see, these horse artillery guns are in the center. The rebels, as we have discussed already, were found in a position about half a mile west of Ochterlony Gardens. The brunt of the attack was borne by Her Majesty 9th Lancers, whose gallant commanding officer Colonel Yule was killed. Her Majesty 9th Lancer lost 6 killed in the 19 June action, which included one who died of wounds later on. Her Majesty 6 Dragoons emerged lightly from this action and suffered no fatal casualty. 200%, as the official return of the most decisive action of 19th June 1857 did not even mention the name of Her Majesty 6th Dragoon Guards. As you can see this map again, I have titled it the greatest cavalry charge in post-Waterloo British cavalry history that saved the British Company's Delhi Field Force on 19th June 1857. As you can see here, the Nimach Brigade and 9th Lancers charging, and as you can see, the guides also later joined this attack and came to support 9th Lancers from the left flank along the Sabzi Mandi road. As you can see, the guides, a newly raised unit, just 12 years ago, newly raised, and at that time it was not even an army unit. They were called police, and they were in the army list, they were called civil units, not even army, and they were under the Punjab government. As you can see, the guides performed brilliantly. As you can see, the charge on the left like this. Now, the regiment lost one trooper on 20 June 1857. As you can see, this is the 6th Dragoon Guards. And since we are discussing 6th Dragoon Guards history in this book, I am adding this thing, but the main thing that I wanted to highlight here was the famous cavalry charge, the greatest charge in post-Waterloo history, a small affair involving 2 cavalry regiments, but as far as the Delhi Field Force was concerned, this was crucial because Delhi Field Force was a very small force besieging Delhi, and if this blocking position had succeeded, then the British Company would have been in a very difficult position. Ironically, this charge was much ignored by biased British military historians simply because it was in India. Her Majesty 9th Lancers attacks the Nimach Brigade and saves the British Company's Delhi Field Force, but loses its gallant commanding officer Colonel Yule. Here you must note that the British succeeded because their leaders were always leading from the front. Whereas if you study the rebels, mostly the Subedars, Bakht Khan and this Ghaus Khan, they were never seen in the front. They were always hiding. And as a matter of fact, Bakht Khan behaved disgracefully in the Battle of Najafgarh, and he even did not join this Nimach Brigade. By and large, as a formation, Nimach Brigade was the best brigade of rebels, and my maternal grandfathers, great grandfathers, cousins were serving in the horse artillery battery also, and as you know, the horse artillery was totally transferred to the British Army after 1857. Rather, all artillery was completely abolished as far as natives were concerned, the real artillery. The Punjab batteries you hear about were Mickey Mouse batteries, having Mickey Mouse guns and not really effective in conventional warfare. Only Mickey Mouse batteries used against puny tribals, but that is another story.